Welcome back to our YouTube channel Lab Group. Let's begin with the hematopoiesis set 2. Here our first question is: a 45-year-old patient has chronic kidney disease with hemoglobin level 7 gram per deciliter and low reticulocyte count. What will be the cause of anemia? Here the options are: option A is iron deficiency, option B is decreased EPO production, option C is hemolysis, and option D is blood loss. Here, the most probable right answer will be the option B, that is decreased EPO production. As we know, the EPO, erythropoietin, stimulates the production of RBC and it is produced by the kidney. As this patient has the chronic kidney disease, might be the reason of anemia. Kidney disease causes the low erythropoietin production in response to the low RBC production. So, the anemia might be due to the decreased EPO production due to kidney disease. You can see in the picture, erythropoietin is very responsible for the RBC production as it stimulates the bone marrow to produce the red blood cells. Question number 2 is: bone marrow shows hypercellularity with increased erythroid precursor but low hemoglobin in blood. What is here? Here you can see the hypercellularity. Bone marrow is showing hypercellularity, means increase in the number of cells with increased erythroid precursor. The developing RBC progenitors are also increased, but hemoglobin is low. How come? We can see the options. Option A is the effective erythropoiesis. Option B is leukopenia. Option C, aplastic anemia, and option D is ineffective erythropoiesis. The right answer will be the option D, that is ineffective erythropoiesis, because in the bone marrow the cells are more, even the erythroid precursors are more, but it's not coming into the peripheral blood because bone marrow is active. Obviously, it is active, but RBC are destroyed before maturation. Before entering into the bloodstream, the RBCs are destroying. Okay, so the right answer will be the option D. Question number 3 is: patient with hemolytic anemia shows increased reticulocyte count. What this indicate? Why it happens? In hemolytic anemia, why the reticulocyte count is high? Our options are: option A is marrow failure, option B is increased marrow response, option C is leukemia, and option D iron deficiency. What might be the right answer? The right answer is option B, that is increased marrow response. As we know, the bone marrow is responding appropriately to the premature destruction of red blood cells by rapidly producing and releasing new immature RBCs. The immature RBCs are reticulocytes into the bloodstream. So, if there is any destruction in the RBCs, the new immature RBCs will be produced, that is reticulocyte. Okay, reticulocytosis means increased in the reticulocytes shows compensatory erythropoiesis. Question number 4: a marrow biopsy shows ME ratio, that is myeloid is to erythroid ratio, is 10:1. What will be the likely condition? The options are: option A, myeloid hyperplasia, option B, erythroid hyperplasia, option C, aplastic anemia, and option D, normal marrow. So what is ME ratio? ME ratio actually measures the proportion of myeloid precursor cells, that is WBC precursor, to nucleated erythroid precursors, that is red blood cell precursors, in the bone marrow. So the normal range between the myeloid and erythroid ratios are actually from 2:1 to 4:1. But here you can see the patient showing 10:1 ME ratio. It means the myeloid precursor are more, right? The right answer is option A, because it's showing the myeloid hyperplasia. What will be the condition why the myeloid hyperplasia is seen here? High ME ratio is actually seen in the granulocyte proliferation. As we know, the myeloid means the WBC precursors. Okay, so granulocyte proliferation is here maybe due to the infection or leukemia. Okay, so it is a myeloid hyperplasia. Question number 5. Bone marrow aspiration shows many megakaryocytes with thrombocytopenia in blood. Suggests in bone marrow there is more megakaryocytes, but thrombocytopenia means the platelet count is low. What might be the reason? The options are: option A, increased platelet destruction; option B, decreased production; option C, aplastic anemia; and option D is leukemia. Here you can see thrombocytopenia means there is a low platelet count in the peripheral blood. To counterbalance this platelet count in the peripheral blood, the bone marrow is more active. That's why showing more megakaryocytes. The right answer is option A, that is increased platelet destruction. The destruction in the peripheral blood is more. Okay, so to maintain the population of the platelets, the megakaryocytes are seeing more in the bone marrow aspiration. The bone marrow compensates when platelets destroyed peripherally. Means in the peripheral blood, the platelets are destroying, so that to compensate this, the bone marrow is more active and producing more megakaryocytes. Question number 6 is: a patient with bacterial infection shows left shift. Which finding is expected? Here the options are: option A is increased lymphocytes, option B increased band neutrophils, option C decreased neutrophils, and option D increased eosinophils. First of all, we have to see the patient is suffering from bacterial infection and there is left shift. So what is left shift? It indicates the increased number of immature blood cells, especially the neutrophils, such as band cell. Okay, and it mainly occurs when the body is fighting with the infection. So we can see here the bacterial infection is there. The body is fighting with the infection. So the right answer is option B, that is increased band neutrophils. You can remember like the left shift is always occurs when there is immature neutrophils in the blood. Question number 7. Patient has chronic hypoxia due to lung disease. What marrow changes is expected? Our options are: will be decreased erythropoiesis, option B leukopenia, option C marrow-aplasia, and option D is the increased erythropoiesis. What might be the condition that we can expect with the patient with the chronic hypoxia due to the lung disease? The right answer is option D, that is increased erythropoiesis. How? You can see here. As we know, due to the response of hypoxia, if there is low level of oxygen, the erythropoietin will be more stimulated and the erythropoietin production will be more, which causes the increased erythropoiesis. Okay, hypoxia causes the increase in the erythropoietin level. As a result, the RBC production will be increased and there will be more erythropoiesis. Question number 8 is: a marrow shows decreased all cell lines with fatty replacement. What will be the diagnosis? Here the options are: option A is leukemia, option B aplastic anemia, option C hemolysis, and option D is polycythemia. Here you can see in the question, it's showing decreased all cell lines, means there is decreased in the red blood cell count, decreased in the white blood cell counts, and also decreased in the platelet counts with fatty replacement. So here the right answer is option B, that is aplastic anemia, because aplastic anemia is a condition in which the blood forming cells in the bone marrow are replaced by fat, okay, causing the pancytopenia. Pancytopenia means decreased all cell lines, causing the pancytopenia. So the right answer is option B. Hypocellular fatty marrow equal to aplastic anemia, means if there is a hypercellular fatty marrow, it is due to the aplastic. It's called the aplastic anemia. Question number 9. In severe iron deficiency anemia, marrow iron stores will be, what will be the effect on iron that is stored in the marrow? Option A is increased, the iron will be increased. Option B will be normal. Option C will decrease, and option D is absent erythroid cells. So the right answer is option C, that is decreased. Means if there is a severe iron deficiency anemia, the marrow iron will be decreased. Why? Because it will go for the erythropoiesis. The iron is primarily going for the erythropoiesis given to make hemoglobin for RBC production. That's why this will be decreased. Okay. Question number 10. Which condition shows hypercellular marrow but pancytopenia in blood? Pancytopenia means there is decrease in all cell lines. RBC, WBC and platelets all will be decreased. So what might be the condition? Option A is ineffective hematopoiesis, option B aplastic anemia, option C hemorrhage, and option D is dehydration. So here the right answer is option A, that is ineffective hematopoiesis. Means the bone marrow is producing more blood cells, but before coming into the blood, it is destroying cells produced in the marrow but destroyed before release. Question number 11. Usually, patient with vitamin B12 deficiency shows low reticulocyte count. Why? What is the reason? Here the options are option A due to hemolysis, option B ineffective erythropoiesis, option C blood loss, and option D is due to infection. So as we know, the vitamin B12 is essential for DNA production. Okay? The red cell precursors like erythroblast in bone marrow cannot divide properly if there is a deficiency in vitamin B12, which leads to the formation of large, abnormal, and fragile cells, which is also known as the megaloblast. So, here the right answer is option B, that is ineffective erythropoiesis. Because due to the vitamin B12 deficiency, DNA synthesis will be defective and it causes the poor RBC maturation. So, the right answer is option B. Question number 12. Which growth factor stimulates neutrophil production after chemotherapy? Here the options are option A is EPO, that's the erythropoietin, option B TPO, thrombopoietin, option B GCSF, that is granulocyte colony stimulation factor, and option D is IL-2, interleukin 2. So what is the right answer? Here the right answer is option C, that is granulocyte colony stimulating factor. By binding to a specific receptor on bone marrow. Okay. GCSF boosts neutrophil recovery by binding to specific receptors on bone marrow progenitor cells. Question number 13. Aplastic crisis due to parvovirus affects which lineage most? The options are option A is the platelet, option B WBCs, option C erythroid precursors, and option B is lymphocytes. The right answer is option C, that is erythroid precursors, because these rapidly dividing cells express specific surface receptors that allow viral entry and provide the necessary machinery for the viral replication. So, virus targets erythroid progenitors most. Question number 14. Which condition increases thrombopoietin production? What is thrombopoietin? Thrombopoietin is a hormone produced mainly by the liver and kidney that regulates platelet production. Okay? It stimulates the production and differentiation of megakaryocytes in the bone marrow, which are cells that release platelet into the bloodstream. So, we have the options: option A thrombocytosis, option B thrombocytopenia, option C polycythemia, and option D is leukocytosis. Here the right answer is option B, that is thrombocytopenia. If there is Low number of platelets means there is a decreased platelet count in the blood. It will stimulate to increase the production of thrombopoietin from the liver and kidney, mainly from the liver. Okay, so it will counterbalance the population of platelet in the bloodstream. Low platelets stimulate TPO production. Question number 15. A patient with acute blood loss will initially show. The options are: option A, it shows increased reticulocytes immediately. Option B, there will be decreased reticulocytes. Option C, normal reticulocytes first. And option D is no RBC changes will be there. Here the right answer is option C. That is, if there is a patient with acute blood loss, there will be normal reticulocytes first, because the reticulocytes rises after 2 to 3 days. For 2 to 3 days, they remains in the bone marrow and then after only released into the bloodstream. You can see the graph, the retics start rising from here. If there is a first episode of blood loss, from 1 to 2 days it will be like about to normal. Then the peak level will be after the 4 to 7 days. If there is another second episode of blood loss, it will be high, constantly high, remains elevated. But if there is no second episode of blood loss, it will decrease slowly by slowly and will come after 12 to 11 to 12 days. It will come at normal or low. When the hemoglobin level will be normal, the retics becomes normal. So it is a general graph for the reticulocyte when there is a blood loss. Question number 16. Which organ produces thrombopoietin mainly? As we know, the thrombopoietin is a hormone produced by liver in response to low platelet count. So here the options are: option A, heart; option B is liver; option C is brain; and option D is kidney. Mainly produced by liver, but some amount is also produced by the kidney. So the exact answer is liver and kidney, but we have the options like only B. We are selecting B as a right option. So the right answer is option B. Question number 16 is: reticulocyte production help to evaluate. Our options are: option A is adequacy of bone marrow response, option B is platelet function, option C WBC count, and option D ESR, erythrocyte sedimentation rate. So this reticulocyte production index helps in what condition? So what is it? We have to know. It is actually known as the RPI, is a calculated value used to assess the bone marrow ability to produce new red blood cells, especially in the case of anemia. Okay. The right answer is option A, that is used to evaluate the adequacy of bone marrow response, especially in the case of anemia. So if RPI is less than 2, it indicates the inadequate marrow production. And if it is more than 3, it suggests a healthy active response to the anemia. Okay, and we can calculate it by using the formula reticulocyte production index, RPI, equal to percentage of reticulocytes multiplied by the patient hematocrit divided by 45. 45 is a normal patient hematocrit, and multiplied by 1 by 1.85. Here 1.85 is the reticulocyte maturation time. Okay, by using this formula we can get our RPI value, and according to this we can distinguish between the healthy active response and inadequate marrow response. Question number 18. Failure of stem cells to produce all cell lines results in. All cell line means there is RBC cell lines, WBC cell line, and platelet cell lines. So here the options are: option A leukocytosis, option B thrombocytosis, option C polycythemia, and option D is pancytopenia. So pancytopenia is a term used to define the if there is a failure of stem cell to produce all cell lines, means there is decrease in all three cell lines. The right answer is option D. stem cell failure equal to there is decrease in RBC, WC and platelet cell lines. Question number 19. Which cytokine supports proliferation of multipotent hematopoietic stem cells? The options are option A erythropoietin, option B interleukin 3, option C thrombopoietin, and option D is factor 8. Here the right answer is option B, that is interleukin 3. Interleukin 3 stimulates proliferation of early multipotent stem cells. Question number 20. Which marrow cell normally constitutes the highest percentage? Here the options are option A myelocytes and metamyelocytes, option B lymphocytes, option C pronormoblast, and option D is plasma cells. So here the right answer is option A, that is myelocytes and metamyelocytes constitutes the highest percentage. Intermediate granulocytes precursors dominate marrow. Okay, these are the intermediate granulocytes. Question number 21. Hematopoietic stem cells express which important surface marker? Here the options are option A is CD3, option B CD34, option B CD20, and option D is CD41. The right answer is option B, that is CD34. CD34 is a key marker of hematopoietic stem cells or progenitor cells. Question number 22. Which organ is the major hematopoietic site during the second trimester of fetal life? Here the options are option A is bone marrow, option B liver, option C spleen, and option D is thymus. Which time it's asking for? Which time period? It's the second trimester of fetal life. So the right answer is option B, that is liver. Hepatic phase dominates fetal hematopoiesis. Okay, hepatic phase occurs during the second trimester of fetal life. Question number 23. Which marrow cell contains hemoglobin but still has a nucleus? Our options are option A reticulocytes, option B orthochromatic normoblast, option C mature RBC, and option D is CFUE, that is colony forming unit erythroid. The right answer is option B, that is orthochromatic normoblast. Orthochromatic normoblast has dense nucleus and hemoglobin rich cytoplasm. Okay. Question number 24. The main function of bone marrow stromal cell is. What is the main function of bone marrow stromal cell? To produce antibodies, to produce hemoglobin, to destroy RBCs, and the last option is to provide microenvironment support. The right answer is option D, that is to provide microenvironment support. Stromal cells regulate stem cell growth and differentiation, so they are providing the microenvironment support for stem cell growth. Question number 25. Which factor specifically stimulates eosinophil production? Here the options are option A interleukin 5, interleukin 2, erythropoietin, and thrombopoietin. So here the right answer is option A, that is interleukin 5. Interleukin 5 promotes eosinophil differentiation. Question number 27. Which marrow condition results in a dry tap during aspiration? During bone marrow aspiration, here the options are option A is iron deficiency, option B myelofibrosis, option C hemolysis, and option D is infection. So the right answer is option B, that is myelofibrosis. If there is a condition of myelofibrosis, there can result in the dry tap during the bone marrow aspiration. Fibrosis prevents marrow aspiration, so there will be dry tap on it. Question number 28. Which hematopoietic organ is active throughout life? The options are Option A, liver. Option B, bone marrow. Option C, spleen. And option D is yolk sac. So the right answer is bone marrow. Option B. Bone marrow is primary lifelong hematopoietic organ. Question number 29. Normal reticulocyte percentage in adults is. What is the normal reticulocyte percentage in adults? Options are 0 to 0.5%. Option B 0.5 to 2.5%. Option C 5 to 10%. And option D is 10 to 15%. So the right answer is option B, that is 0.5 to 2.5 is considered as a normal reticulocyte percentage. Sometimes somewhere it's written like 1 to 2% only, but in options we have 0.5 to 2.5%. The question number 26 is, earliest morphological sign of erythroid maturation is. Here the options are: option A cytoplasmic hemoglobin, option B nuclear chromatin condensation, option C nuclear extrusion, and option D is loss of ribosomes. Here the right answer is option B, that is nuclear chromatin condensation. Chromatin becomes condensed early in the maturation. Okay. The So moving toward the last question of the set, which cell stage shows the highest nucleus to cytoplasm ratio? Here the options are: option A myelocyte, option B band cell, option C myeloblast, and option D is neutrophil. Here the right answer is option C, that is myeloblast. Myeloblast has large nucleus and minimal cytoplasm size. So the NC ratio is highest in the myeloblast. So we completed our hematopoiesis set 2. See you soon in the next video.